Included among Jacket's extermination of the Russian mafia is a confrontation with a man in a biker helmet. Jacket meets this man at the headquarters of a phone company, and after a visceral battle, he kills the man by taking his head clean off his shoulders. Later in the game, we get the unique experience of seeing the fight from the perspective of the biker. We know how this fight ends. Jacket will grab a golf club, biker will knock him down, and stomp his head into his boot. Wait, what? Hold on. This fight is different to the one we saw earlier. What's really going on here? Well, let's take a look at the information in the game and try to determine the truth of what really happens during this fight. Now, the easiest explanation is the idea that there are multiple timelines, one in which Jacket wins the fight, and one in which Biker wins the fight. And they go on to complete their respective timelines independent of each other. If Jacket kills Biker, he goes on to do several more phone missions, is eventually attacked by Richter, storms a police station to interrogate his attacker, and eventually gets his revenge by killing the leaders of the Russian mafia, going on to influence most of the events of 1991 in Hotline Miami 2. If Biker kills Jacket, he goes on to find the janitors in their hideout, figures out their plan, or doesn't, and rides out of Miami. However, since Jacket died, the 1991 events of Hotline Miami 2 can't happen, and since they do happen, it's impossible for Biker to have killed Jacket. That's why Biker's events after the fight are regarded as an entirely separate timeline. So Biker can't have killed Jacket, because then the events of Hotline Miami 2 can't happen. So that must mean that Jacket does kill Biker in the fight at PhoneHom, right? Well then, who is the man that Evan interviews in a bar in Hotline Miami 2? A ghost? Sure, this is easily explained away by the surrealistic nature of the bar. After all, there are other characters in the bar that have died years before this meeting. But the same blue-haired stranger is seen outside the courthouse housing Jacket's trial. How can he be watching Jacket's trial if he's supposed to be dead? Well, there's actually an exchange between Beard and Jacket that hints at the true outcome of the fight. In the outro to Chapter 8, Jacket goes to visit Beard at his convenience store. And when he walks in, he sees the headless corpse of Biker. Beard tells Jacket that what he just saw, meaning Biker's headless body, isn't real, and to demonstrate, he statics away Biker's corpse. This is hinting that Biker didn't die in their conflict. After Biker's body is staticked away, there's a man ominously standing in the nearby bathroom. Later in the story, this man, known as Richter, attacks Jacket and puts him in a coma. When Jacket wakes from his coma, he confronts Richter in his jail cell, where he reveals he's also been receiving phone calls, implying he was sent by the same people that have been calling Jacket. This is significant because in Biker's storyline, the day after the fight, he confronts the janitors in their lair and discovers they're the ones leaving the phone messages. The janitors realize that Jacket failed in killing Biker, leaving a witness to their operation, and since Jacket failed his mission, they send Richter to kill him. If Jacket had killed Biker, then Richter would never have been sent to attack him, and the subsequent events that followed, including the 1991 events in Hotline Miami 2, would never have taken place. So in order for all the things to take place that do, both characters need to survive the fight in PhoneHom. But how can both characters remember killing their adversary? Well, the thing about Biker and Jacket is that they're unreliable narrators, meaning you can't trust everything they see. When Jacket's fighting Biker, he's still in a coma, and his unreliable memory of the event is warped by his dreams. As for Biker, he sets out to the PhoneHom building immediately after a drug-fueled party at his apartment, and likely still feeling the effects of his hangover, he likely misremembered the events. So it's likely that both characters are wrong about the fight, and they both walked out of there beat up, but alive. The fight is a good example of there always being two sides to every story, but somewhere in between lies the truth. Hopefully that was able to clear up some of the confusion you may have had about the fight, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask and I'll do my best to answer them. In addition, if you have any explanations of your own, feel free to share them, as I would love to hear your thoughts. But until next time, thank you for watching and see you later. In the late 1980s, the Russian mafia held enormous power in the criminal underground of Miami. They trafficked guns and drugs throughout the city and eliminated anyone that stood in their way.